name is Tammy Castro. I work at Bloomfield College of Montclair State University. I recently became interim dean of the college, but I have been there for 20 years as a biology professor. As far as my interaction with the hub, I did a lot of their workshops. Many of them were very helpful to bring innovation into my classroom, like new ideas. Again, I've been teaching for a long time, but one is always looking to improve and to adapt and to grow. With Semillas specifically, I signed up for the grandmanship series. I was able to get coaching and mentoring from all the coaches in the program, but my coach was Dr. Chetty. He literally held my hand as I was writing my first grant, something that I would have never thought of doing. I come from a small school, no like research office or anything like that. So the idea of writing an NSF grant and submitting it was quite daunting. I never even thought about starting. And so if it wasn't for Semillas, and then Dr. Chetty holding my hand at every step, I would have never gotten it written or submitted it. And to my surprise, I have it funded. Everybody, in the program was like, people don't usually get funded on their first time, and don't be disappointed. But then in January, I got my letter that my grant had been funded, and I was like, oh, wow. I was the most shocked person. But it's really all thanks to the support that I received from the Semillas group and Dr. Chetty and Dr. Krug. They really, even after like the scheduled sessions were done, they would meet with me one on one and really went way above and beyond what they had to do. We serve students that are first generation, low income, who come from communities where perhaps the high school, the K through 12 education that they receive, for a variety of reasons, they don't leave high school with a good set of skills. We work really hard to bring them up to speed to college level, and we graduate them. And it's truly transformational. Like, it really makes a difference, not just in their lives, but in their families and in their communities. We noticed that we were losing a huge percentage of freshman biology majors. That was the problem that I decided we needed to address. We decided to write a grant that would put in place support, both academic and social. The first one is a summer bridge program where we meet them about a week to 2 weeks before school is set to start. We give them a stipend to offset their transportation costs. And we walk them through the week of what a college student life would be, including how you're supposed to be studying. So we put in study hours. They're also paired with coaches, sophomore and junior level biology students, because we also want to provide social support. Minority students oftentimes feel out of place. The purpose of the coaches is to provide that social support, somebody that they can go to that's not an authority figure, because a lot of times students don't want to self-identify as someone that needs help. By having them go through all of the how you go to class, how you read, how you take notes, we're hoping to build their self-efficacy, as saying, I could do this week, I took a test, we reviewed the test, so I believe that I can do this. Programs like the STEM Hub function to level the playing field. A big percentage of federal money goes to schools that are already doing well. Without the help of the hub, I am not going to be able to compete at that level. So the work of the hub and similar programs really helps to level out the playing field, to give us a chance, because we are capable of producing excellent work, but oftentimes we're not able to get through the door because of all the barriers. I've always had an affinity for science. I like science. I'm the oldest child, and as an oldest child in a traditional Latin American family, you do what your parents tell you. And my mom always had her heart set on me becoming a physician. I said, okay, that sounds interesting. And so I became a biology major. I did my first year, and I signed up for a pre-med summer program. At the end of the summer, I realized that I could not become a physician because I felt I didn't have the skin for it. I found myself really enjoying my afternoons, where I was an undergraduate shadowing a graduate student. They were doing some coagulation studies. I'm like, this is really cool. So for the next summer, I signed up for a research program, a summer research program. And so I did research the whole day rather than have my day split. That allowed me to see that I really enjoyed the science part of the biomedical world rather than the actual application part. I know there are people out there that are brilliant, that get discouraged, that they don't find the support. And it's not that anybody's actively discouraging them. It mostly feels like nobody cares and you just give up. And so that's why I think it's important to be intentional about providing that support, that guidance, so that we can allow more people's talents to flourish. And it benefits everybody, right? As a society, the more productive people you have, the more happy and fulfilled people you have, the more advances you can make in medicine and research or whatever field. I mean, as a whole, we're not just thinking, let's help the Hispanic people. There's this chunk of people that is missing from this segment, and this segment will benefit from the talent of those people. I started hearing my story from my students, right? Similar experiences. I'm like, okay, this has not just changed my life, but it can change other people's lives, and I can be a part of it. These activities are always refreshing. They recharge you. They refresh your soul, if you may. Being able to see some of your colleagues, being able to see people that you know from before, right? And being able to hear about the struggles and hear about the successes really fuels you to continue pushing forward, to continue working. You get new ideas, you make new collaborations. What I'm getting from this is we have to continue doing this because it works. I made it through.